Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Edu Bureau. I am Bhawna Kapoor. So today I have come up with yet again important international relations topic that has been news from past some time. I'm talking about G7 and G11 grouping. So let's begin. G7 group emerged as a restricted club of rich democracies in early 1970s. Its members are presently US, UK, France, Germany, Canada, Japan and Italy. Russia was suspended from the group after Crimea's annexation in 2014. Now, talking about the criticism of G7, then the group has not been successful with respect to contemporary issues such as COVID-19 pandemic. They have failed to perform vigilance functions through WHO, that is the World Health Organization. Next is climate change. G7 countries account for 59% of historic global carbon dioxide emissions from 1850 to 2010, but has not yet announced any plan of action to phase out all fossil fuels and subsidies. Next is the challenge of ISIS. Three of the G7 countries, that is France, Germany, and UK, were among top 10 countries contributing volunteers to this terrorist organization. Next is the crisis of state collapse in West Asia. External intervention, particularly by US, has led to largest refugee crisis in recent times. G7 failed to head off economic downturn of 2007 to 8, which led to the rise of G20. Now, in the short span of its existence, the G20 has provided a degree of confidence by promoting open markets and stimulus, preventing a collapse of global financial system. Now, what are the causes for G7 expansion or the need for G11? The 46th G7 summit has been postponed by US President Trump, stating his intention to expand G7 to G11 by adding India, South Korea, Australia, and possibly Russia. The economic circumstances forces G7 expansion. When constituted, G7 countries accounted for close to two-thirds of global GDP. However, they now account for less than a third of global GDP on a purchasing power parity basis and less than a half on market exchange rate basis. The seven largest emerging economies, that is E7 or emerging seven, comprising Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, Mexico, Russia, and Turkey, accounts for over a third of global GDP on purchasing power parity terms and over a quarter on market exchange rate basis. By 2050, 6 of 7 of the world's best performing economies will be India, China, US, Brazil, Russia, and Indonesia. Now, what should be India's initiatives in given situation? India's first order priority should be improvement in international trade, climate change, COVID-19, and counter-terrorism. India should contribute to peace and stability in Iran, Afghanistan, Gulf, and West Asia. It should also coordinate with like-minded countries to reduce tensions in Korean Peninsula and South China Sea. What should be the way forward? Any new international mechanism, be it G10 or G11, will have value only if it focuses on key global issues. There is a need to push for observing international laws and prevent retreat from liberal values. There is a need to address global public health and the revival of growth and trade in a sustainable way. An immediate concern is to ensure effective implementation of 1975 Biological Weapons Convention.